My head started hurting. I felt like somebody was on top of me, like they were taking my breath away, like they were choking me, like I couldn't just go through. I felt desperate. I just wanted to run out of there, just get away from that building. I couldn't.
Letchworth Village was a psychiatric institution opened in 1911 for the physically and mentally disabled. Consisting of over 130 buildings, it was considered very state-of-the-art at the time. Though it started with the best intentions, something along the way went incredibly wrong. Whether it be the abuse of its patients and even staff, this place was well known for being a man-made hell. Back then, it was looked down upon to have a child with a disability, so many families would dump their children, siblings, and other family members here. With so little staff and an overwhelming flood of patients, many of the children were left in neglected situations, being unclothed, covered in feces, and not being able to do anything productive. When the staff was around, they wouldn't have enough time to spend with each patient, force-feeding them and such. There was many instances of patients choking and even dying as a result of this. In the 1950s, the first ever polio vaccine was administered to an 8-year-old child at Letchworth. When they saw the child didn't die, they administered it to 19 other children without their consent. Along with the abuse of its patients, the staff of Letchworth also suffered abuse in the hands of their co-workers. Some of these instances included rape. In 1972, Geraldo Rivera created an expose showing the horrible conditions and abuse that people of Letchworth Village had to endure.
Inside we have housed the children of many of our citizens who are subjected to what appears to be the worst possible conditions I've ever seen in my life. I've visited penal institutions all over the country. I've visited hospitals all over the country. I've visited the worst brigs in the military. Nothing like it. I've never seen anything like it.
And though it got some attention, it would take over 20 years for the institution to be closed in 1996. And though the facility may be abandoned, that doesn't mean it's empty. Many people still believe the spirits that resided at Letchworth are not at rest, as everything was trying to be swept under the rug and forgotten about. There has been many cases of people getting attacked when visiting the remains of these old buildings, getting pinned up on the walls, scratched, choked, and much more. It is not uncommon to see shadows lurking in the asylum, or to even hear muffled screams inside the cabins in which the patients once stood. There is even a demon that is rumored to live in the basement of the main building.
Where I saw a satanic ritual last time, and it was like sand, and it was someone just took their finger and they just made a satanic star out of it. They had something followed me home from here.
These poor people were being experimented on, being treated as test subjects constantly. There is no way these spirits are at rest. And though we may not be able to do anything about it now, we should never forget what these people had to go through, and they should never be forgotten.
There's an attic.
I heard a north wind.
It's closing. It's closing. It just moved.
We opened all of them.
Yeah, I majority open all of them.